Good afternoon. This is your host, Yana De Burua, from Price Action Traders YouTube channel, your YouTube channel, and your favorite Telegram trading group. Yeah, I did the part one of this video, which has been already posted since on YouTube. So I promised to give you the part two of it, how we traded this market open session. Some people may call it opening range breakout. It could be open range breakout or also. The other so this is the part one of it. This is part one of it. Please just watch it how this is playing out on euro US dollar, pounds US dollar. We've tested it, back tested on euro US dollar. We've tested it on gold is highly predictive. Then we told you too that Bitcoin market or crypto generally is making a huge returns on this opening session range breakout using the AMD pattern or AMD concept. You don't need much rigorous market analysis. It's going to be very sweet. It's going to be very awesome and interesting. You don't need rigorous. Just get the pattern. One thing you need to get is there are three ways to do it. The power, I call it the power of the money tree. Yeah, the money tree. Three step setup. Just three things you must do. Three things you must. Three things you must achieve or you must engage yourself with before the period. That's the requisite. Engage. Three things to do or to follow. Yeah. What are these three things? So let me first of all put it here. Three things to follow. What are these three things? This is the money tree. Money tree. Yeah. Trading orange breakout. Trading opening ORB system. Yeah. Then three things to follow, three things to note, three things to do What are these three things? So number one of it is let me know what these things are. First, you must get the direction, the time, or the time zone, Then two, you need the time zone. Then two, you need the setup. Then three, you need the confirmation. Confirmation, probably you may have to do with confluences, a lot of, so you know, with confluences. So it's optional according to you, but then I use that. I prefer to do that. Yeah, better to confirm with the other technical factors, not rigorous ones. You see them. Yeah, need to get the time zone, the time zones of this market session. Then you need to get the setup, you need to get the confirmation with confluences, whichever way you want to do it. Then the time zone of we have two major markets, which is we have two major market session, which is one is we have a London, then we have a New York. New York. London open. Yeah, and this happened at for now we set our this in at, so that's the time zone. The time zone you need, this is the time zone. The time zone is between, that's for UTC +1 or trading view. I prefer to use trading view because there's the time varies from broker to brokers on their platform, according to their the locations and the regions. So you may have it as 3 hours or 2 hours or 1 hour, depending on the location of each broker. So that's why I prefer to use a trading view. So you can adjust, you can set the trading view. This you can set it. So, but on MetaTrader, you cannot adjust it. So you can set the trading view to UTC +1, which is GMT. So it falls on between 8 on 9 a.m. right around 9 a.m. GMT, 9 a.m. GMT. So the same thing, you want to see New York at UTC +1 time zone, which fall at 13:00 GMT PM GMT. Yeah. So you want to see this. You want to see this. So this is the time zones, right? So I've already set my own here. You can just come here, you set the time zone according to your own location, right? My own is Lagos. So you can set it to Lagos if you want to do that. So just because of the time zone, yeah. I mean, not know your own time, your own location, your own location, but for now, I prefer to use UTC +1. Yeah. The first on this. So we got the time zone there. So that means any moment there's 9 a.m., 9 a.m., London will go to breakout. London session is already breaking out. Then 13:00 GMT New York session, right? I told you the other time that when price normally does, this is AMD pattern. What happens in AMD pattern? If price moves in a range of Asian market, then puts up a bit to take off the high of that. This could be on London opening, right? Then London usually distributes profit into New York. After you see this, then you can see a pullback into New York, or New York will be like it will be distributed this into then New York may take it higher. So that is how it is. So you got to study the first video. So on this, because of our time, we got the time zones set, which is we got the time zone. We got the time. We got the times. We got the time zone set. More class. More class. Hello, sir. Just where you post now. Yeah, good afternoon. This is your host, Iyana De Burua from Price Action Traders Forum on Telegram and a YouTube channel. So these are my contacts. You can contact me later so this is the part 2 of video of the first part of videos I did, because I've already posted on a YouTube channel. Oh yeah, you can go there to watch the part 1 where I introduce it to AMD concept, how it play out on different market. Euro USD, gold is doing massive returns, highly predictive on pounds USD. Then right now, just discover it also on cryptos, especially the Bitcoin US dollar and Ethereum US dollar. I'm still going to do more on synthetic indices. If you are trading V75 or the volatility indices of binary or derived.com brokers platform is doing massive. Now let's go straight to the point. This is this. How do we trade this on? How do we trade this on? Your focus is on market session opening. The 2 major market session opening. This is the London and New York market session. London and New York market session. So this is the opening range breaker system, ORB. The 3 things you need to do, 3 things to undertake first is time zone. You need the time zone. Then you need the setup. You need the confirmation. You don't really need much market analysis. You don't need much market analysis. Just time yourself with the opening market session. This is London and US. but I prefer to trade more on New York because of the volatility, so much volatility in New York than London. No, sometimes news may move market in London, but New York moves more than London. Yeah, so I concentrate more on New York, 13 GMT. So you will see it, yeah, both London and New York. So now the time zones, you need the time zone, you need the setup, you need confirmation. Once those three things are in place, yeah, ready to go, ready to pull the trigger. You may get some conferences to confirm your entry point or the breakout. At the breakout level, you might get some conferences like maybe the previous resistance or support breakout. We get some breakout, the nature of the candlestick at the breakout level, or at the time range. You may need the nature of the candlestick. Now, the time zone. I've shown you the time zone. I don't. Let me clarify this. So many people have been asking me about the time zone. I prefer to use trading view because you can adjust your own time zone based on your location on trading view. Right on trading view, I use a UTC under the time zone here. On trading view, I use UTC +1 because I'm in that's Lagos time zone. Yeah, so you can adjust your own to that. You can adjust your own to that. Because I just because but if you are to use the MT4, that's why, because there's a difference between brokers using MT4. So some could be 3 hours ahead of 13 GMT. Some could be 2 hours late. Some could be 1 hour slow. You need to just adjust your DC here on trading view. But on MetaTrader, you cannot be able to do that. That's why I prefer to use a trading view. I prefer to use a trading view time zone here. Yeah, prefer to take this time zone right now. God. BTC is doing wonderful. It's doing wonderful. Wonderful. It has moved to 190. And it has moved. Let's move. Let's. You can see what you will have. This I'm still back testing it you can imagine if you are taking $100,000 account on maybe like FTMO challenge or your trading account or MFF. Just we show you how to. This is your time range. The time frame is, I use 1 hour time frame for the setup, so you can now use based on your own lifestyle. So if you're a good scalper, you can use 1 minute. You can use 5 minutes. So you can use 15 minutes. You will see everything. So now we've got the time zone at 9 a.m. for London open LOP, then 13:00 GMT on New York open. You can see presently this is let me first of all show you so that people will now say why BTC, why Bitcoin low. Let me take it to gold. This is gold. Recently, gold has moved almost about 204 pips from London open today. So yesterday, we have New York open here. It moved almost about 76 pips. Then 2 days ago, it moved almost about 140 pips from London open. 140 pips from London open. Then we have 76 pips yesterday on New York open. Gold, gold is volatile too. So I love to trade it. I love to trade gold. Then on Euro USD, which I share on my DC, we got some good pips. Well, let me use a trading view. on Euro USD, you're going to see, wow, Bitcoin is moving massive, 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 massive. Massive. Bitcoin is moving to 200,000. That's massive. That's massive. So you're going to see I'm going to open my this thing. Sorry for that distraction there. I just want to take a record of it. So let me switch over to Euro USD. Can imagine this is Euro USD. Can imagine from New York open here. So we've got almost about I gave them the alert on my trading forum that if we see a close below here, we go to sell almost about 35 or 30 or 36 pips move down. Yeah, 36 pips move down from New York. From here, this is yesterday, it got almost about it has moved down almost about till today. It's moving almost about 102 pips, and this is on the 20th. Can you see? This is New York 20th. So that's why I do New York a lot. Yeah, this is New York. You can see after this candle at 1300, you can see the move almost about 116 pips. Then we have this on the 19th of April. Can you imagine? See it? There was no close below the 13 GMT candle. So we move into buy. You can imagine from there upward. So you place your buy from there upward. That's a good point. Here, this is 13 GMT on 1 hour time frame, Euro USD. It has moved. We moved down to almost about 32 pips. That's 32 pips before reversing higher. There are some points you need to put in place if you want to, so that you don't want to lose your pips. I will show maybe like in advanced session, you can just hit me because of time. This is 13. This is 13. So there is no good setup here, but on news, it was on Euro ECB interest rate news last week. So we use London. From London open, you got oh, this is 9 o'clock. You got a good setup here on London open. Got a good setup on London open. Got a good setup there. I think I did it on maybe it's not. I'll try to check. So you got a good setup there. Then we have a breakthrough. Then a pullback will give you your good entry point. That's almost about 133 pips. 133 pips. You see the pullback. Yeah, you have a breakthrough here. Then a retest. We give you your this thing. You can decide to use this thing to track the this thing. That's at 0.50 mitigation level. So now you got to, this is 13. You can see it. You can see it. We got good entry point here. Good entry point there on Euro USD. And what happened next? You see the move. You see the move almost about 74 pips, sharp. No need of big market, rigorous market analysis, I told you. So that is for you. It is like that. If you go back, it is always like that. This is London. So this is London. Can you see that? London open at 9. You can see the 9 o'clock bar. Then we have the pattern set up here. How the pattern set up. The open range breakout. We have a breakout. We sell. T almost about 94 pips. This is a New York. See New York. Good sell. Yeah, so you add, that means New York added to it, right? We have, this is the take out of this stop loss above this place was taken out. Then a PMS pulled back a retest into New York. So New York continued the downward trend. Yeah, this is 13th, the same thing. Can you see that? We have a good setup, a breakout, 13 GMT there. Then you can imagine 13 GMT, a breakout, then voila. So till you get to this place, you must have just got yourself a good trading plan, what you want to achieve, how many pips you want to achieve every day. 42 pips. 42 pips. This is 13. You can see it. This 1300 GMT. So that's that for Euro USD. And it's still going to sell down. Yeah, it's coming to, I think it's coming to this place, right? It's still going to sell down. If you go to 2 hours, see it more, 2 hours. So you go to pounds USD, or I'm looking at Euro. If you can get Euro JPY, not really much on Euro JPY. So we don't have consistency like this on Euro. So let's focus on, for now, we focus on Euro USD. We focus on Euro USD, gold, the MPTC for now. That's what I'm doing for now. So gold, I'll show you gold this morning. See what gold pull out. See what gold did this morning from New York. Most 42 pips stop loss from New York. We got almost about yeah. Well, this is from London here, right? Then this is this New York. We never got a close below the setup, right? But on London, we got the first trade. We first sell on London open. This is 9 o'clock, right? So we got this range. Then from there till now, almost about good as full, almost about 242 pips. About 242 pips. This is London open. To this place, we got almost about 140 pips down. Then this is New York. This is New York. New York, a range breakout. We got a breakout here. Then we move down to almost about 264 pips. No, gold is highly volatile. Yeah, it's highly volatile. So this is 13 GMT. 13 GMT. We got a range breakout. A range breakout. A range breakout. A range breakout there. Then massive move downward. Massive move. Massive move to almost about 572 pips. Just get yourself a daily trading plan. How many pips you want to take out of this huge profit? Just be consistent, and then be disciplined. Discipline. Gold is highly predictive on gold. Highly predictive on gold. And let's go to BTC and see what. Sorry. Use that one. Let's go to. Okay, let's do general one, Euro USD, and see how we achieve it. Yeah, so when we got here, I told you your this thing is you need a time zone, then you need the setup, then you need that's the pattern, the setup. You need to get a pattern setup. Then you need a confirmation. You need a confirmation on the pattern, and then the before you sell. You need a confirmation. You need to confirm. You need to confirm. Then you can use some confluences. Firstly, we got the time zone as 13:00 GMT for New York, then 9:00 for this thing. So presently, this is on Euro USD. On Euro USD, for example, this is the last one today. You mean yesterday? Yesterday. We pulled almost about 101 pips till now. So this is the setup. You got a setup here. You have to wait for it. You got a setup here. What is the pattern? The pattern is this. The pattern is this. Very simple. I'm just letting you what I teach to my VIPs. See the pattern. See the pattern. This is what we are looking for. This is what we are looking for. This pattern is what we're looking for. So this is the opening range breakout system, the pattern. So we are going to look the second pattern, the second candlestick or the second bar must be contained within the range of the first one. It could be this, it could be this. This could be the 13. This could be the 13.0 if on New York. It could be this candle. So what you just need to focus on is the pattern. Once you get the pattern set up between that period, it could be this, it could be the second one, right? It could be the second one. So this could be the fourth, it could be 14. This could be 14. So once you confirm this pattern or the other one, which is this is engulfing, call it engulfing, right? Then this is inside bar or narrow range bar, what we call narrow range bar, NRB, narrow range bar. NRB. So this is the pattern you need to look out for. Narrow range bar, you need to look out for that. need to look out for that. It's not just anyhow this thing, right? Not just anyhow pattern. But once you get this pattern, like you see what happens here. This is it. This is it here. Now range bar. See it there? See it here. This is engulfing. This is narrow range bar. This is 13-hour. This is 12. This is 14. We have narrow range bar. Then we have engulfing too. So two of them collided together. This is 9 a.m. right? We have narrow range bar. Then we have a breakout. You can imagine 133 pips from there, right? On Euro USD. So this is the pattern you're looking. So that is the setup. That is the setup. Then you need to confirm. There are some components you can add to it. It could be like, for example, this place. If you get this on top of this, it's a good probability for success. If it breaks out and you retest to this, then you see this at 13 hours. It's a good setup like we have here. Can you see this 13 hour? There is a retest to the previous resistance breakout. This resistance tone support, right? What we call the flip zone. A flip zone. A flip zone. After this breakout, after this candlestick took out the previous high, structural high, then it retests to it. Exactly at this level, we got this narrow range bar, or at 13:00 GMT. You can see it. Then it's breakout. Then we have it was followed by that yeah. So by engulfing. So I would prefer to take this than this because of what the range here is too high because of your stop loss. But you're going to put your stop loss at the opposite of the range. If you are selling, the stop loss will be here. If you are buying, the stop loss will be below here. That it will be here, right? So you're going to look out for the candlestick that will break and close after this range. That will close with a body still, not a week. You don't need a week. You don't need a week. We have a volume. We're talking about volume here. Who is in control after the range is what matters to you. Who is in control? So, like for example, here we got this. We got this. Can imagine this. Then you set up your DC. You set up your, what's the range there? $26 pips. That's the range. It's good. It's a good setup. We are looking enough. We are not looking for what we are looking for, a breakout. So we play it forward. We are looking for a breakout. That's the confirmation. That's the breakout. You got the setup, you got the time zone, you got the setup, you get the confirmation. This is the confirmation, right? I'm just opening up everything to you now. Right. You just need to be very smart. You need to be very smart because you have to be very fast and smart. Then use every other distance to it. If you can see here, this is a very good point, Here is retesting it, and so automatically I'm seeing this going to be a retest, a pullback upward. A pullback upward. Then you may go to your 15 minutes. You go to 15 minutes, and see something like this. 15 minutes, this is close below this range. Then what happened next? You see that? So this will be my so we set up this in there. At the close of that, you must be very, very smart and fast. At the close of that bar, you enter your distance straight, your sell. So your first take profit could be times 5. Could be times 5. or you can look for just 30 pips or thereabout. 30 pips. This is a Euro USD. Yeah. If I look for 30 pips. This is 30 pips. 30 pips. So if you are the aggressive type, fine, you leave it like that. So now, because it's rarely before your distance to be hit here. If you watch carefully on this in here, you can see this is a flag. This is a flag. But I told you don't need much rigorous analysis like that. So there's a breakout of this flag there. So you can really put your this thing just to you want to. So you can put your this thing either here or here. But I prefer to be on the safe side. Put it at the upper range. Or be conservative. Just your target is 30 pips. 30 pips. 30 pips. That is it. You can imagine what you are getting there. 30 pips hit immediately. 30 pips hit. And you are out for 30 pips. 30 pips. You're out. So a retest to it again. Like you can fine. But I'm okay. Can say retest to it. $30 pips on Euro USD. You don't need much. I'm going to today now. This is 22nd of April. Going to this is 4. We go to 9 a.m. Yeah, you can see this 9 a.m. here under this place here. We have 9 a.m. Then a range in London. London is another way to give you this in here. Can you see London? This is London here. London. It comes with because this in New York falls in between. This range breakout of London in 15 minutes. And see, it's 9 o'clock. A range breakout. Then you can imagine the distance you got there on London. This thing you get here on London. See, this is stop loss. This is your sell. The stop loss is never hit. So 30 pips, you are done. You can imagine how many pips it moves down. Almost about 83 pips, including together with the New York Hope. 3 pips. Imagine that. So, and your stop loss is never hit. I'm not saying you should collect the entire pips. Just get a trade. If it is 30 pips, you're okay. Every day, 30 pips. London, New York, 30 pips, that's 60 pips. So this is 4:45. I go to 9. $6:45. Yeah, this is 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:45, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock, right? This 9 o'clock. Then what is setup we're looking for? Do we get a setup? Now at 9 o'clock, 9:15, you are fine. You could get this. Get this setup. Yeah. So a breakout, but you have to be very careful because the trend is down. The trend is down. So this is just a retest. It's going to distribute into New York. This New York, right? This particular place is New York. This is a supply zone, and so you don't need. I just want to, yeah. But you need some confidence or some confidences to maintain. We have a breakout there, then got good. Got to distribute into. So this is a risk buy. It's a risk buy. Fine. If you could target, that's almost about 26 pips. Let's see if it is met. Oh la la. Can you imagine? Almost about we got almost about from this breakout here, we got almost about 26 pips or 21 pips. So you can do that. That's if you got that means you're not going to take much profit there. You can just do 15 or 20 pips on London market. Then because New York will possibly reverse it down. Yeah, New York, 1245. You see, New York, 1245. This is a 13. You see this, you see the setup. See the setup there. See the setup here. This is the pattern setup. Then we need to confirm is at retest of this impulse. It's a retest of it. These are the confidences you need. It's a retest of it. Then you can do your this thing too. And do your Fibonacci level as well as Fibonacci level 0.50. So below that you don't take anything. Yeah. So I may do it like this somehow. But this is the major. Yeah. So it falls in that range of CPE. So now that is, you go to sell now. Put up a sell after breakout. You got a breakout there. You put up a sell. Go watch out for a breakout. You see the test. Now I've told them in this thing, yeah, that this thing will go to hit this zone and then it will come back because of this. You can imagine, you see the power of that opening range breakout. It came down. See it after retesting this supply zone, it came down. And what happened? See what happens because this is our range. This is our range. If I put it to 1 hour, you see it more better. So I don't want to disrupt the move. You see it, see the range, see the. So we don't have a close above that range. And something pips, and it's still moving down. You can imagine what you have gotten here. Your 30 pips is intact right here. You got 30 pips here, and it's still moving down. So that's now. You can see this. So you've completed that's just three steps. The time zones, you need the setup, the pattern setup, which is the inside bar, or you need to get these types of arts within that zone. You want to get a pattern that forms within that time zone. It could be 12 to 1 to 13 GMT. It could be the next candle that will close, that will engulf it, like it did, like something like this. This could be 13, where this could be 14. So you have a gulf in there. So we expect price to pull down, right? So Just forget the time zone, 13, the 13 or 9. You can see this is 9. Can imagine this is 9. Then we have our this thing here. We have the narrow range bar here or inside bar. Then later on we got our engulfing here. This engulfing. Got another engulf, another this thing here. Can you see that? So it even helps you to reduce the range. Can you imagine from here to display has been reduced here, and it never hit your this thing. You got a breakout here. Was a breakout here, and from here down, right? So if you want to see the risk, your risk there will be from here to this place. Your risk will be from here to this place, which is almost about 20 pips, 20 pip risk. And you got almost about till now, it's still running. It's still running. It's still running. Almost about 100 something pips, or thereabouts. 112 pips. That's times 5, thereabouts. Yeah. So just retest here. You can just move your stop loss when you get this retest on what oh, this massive 1345, 1330. You see this, you see the big this thing here. Yeah. So use 1 hour, please. Or I don't want to disturb this thing. That's why use 1 hour for setup. Then you can switch over to like 5 minutes or thereabout for this thing. So this is the 13 I was telling you. This 13. See the 13 here. See the 13 here. This is 13. See it? You see the narrow range bar here. Very small. Very small. Very small range. Very small range. And you got it never, this was the one that pulled to the supply zone, but it must come down. That's the confidence you have, the confirmation, the confidence you have in when this thing closes below it, the breakout at the breakout here. Then what in move 19 pips. Then you just move almost about 35 pips. And I told you 30 pips for the first 30 profits. Then it's still going down. Yeah, it's still going to go down more because this is a lower low, lower high. It's still going to go down more. This is, you can see the head. You can see the head. That's switch. Head and shoulder pattern. And you see that's why I know that it will go more. It will go more. So I'm going to put it on this thing. Breakouts. So you can imagine that. Then if we take to BTC, let me see BTC, what the move. Right, it's trying to retest, but that's a good thing. You can imagine from here. See all the New York. See New York, it's moved down. It moves down. New York, it moves up. Can you see that? The range, it moves up. New York presently moves down. New York, 13. This 13. This 14. I told you, plus this. Can you see the range? See the range? Breakout. See the massive move. Till now. That's too much. To this place, from here to this place. That's huge. That's huge. See here, this New York. So it's so highly predictive on Bitcoin. We can use it on Binance platform or thereabouts. Yeah. For spot, those guys that are trading spots. See, this 13, right? Then we have this breakout, this range, you form a range. After 13, you form a range. Then you see the move. It never came down. See, New York open, 13. So my focus on Bitcoin, just on New York open. See it, New York, 13. See the candle here, 13. Then after 13, we have a range. Then this is 13. Then engulfing, a range, a breakout. It never move out of above the range. That's what you need. This 12, this 13. Can you see that? A range. See a breakout, pull down. Oh, see 13, see 13, this 13. Can you see it? A range. This 13. That's a range there. A range there. Then that is it. That is it. That's all you need. That's all you need to eat. Please get this behind your mind. That's no other, I'm telling you, no other this can trade it like this. So to me, just connect me, and if you need more this thing, just let me know. So just connect me. I'm going to post it on YouTube. I'm going to post it on YouTube. I'm going to post it on YouTube. You see my contact, connect me. I mean, I'm available anytime. I'm available. Just for if you want more confluences to you with it, and to combine it with your trading plan, connect with me. God bless you.